All right, welcome everybody, and thanks for coming. For those of you who don't know Kristen, Kristen Toma is going to do a great lesson. She's amazing. Well, she's amazing at making swag stuff, and she's just very crafty and talented. Yeah, look at that. And so she made some great graphics from that Boppin' party that a lot of people took the training. And so I asked her if she'd be willing to come in and talk to you guys about making graphics. So I think today she's going to kind of start with basic skills, and we'll see how it goes from there. Of another time, maybe doing one with people who are past those skills and more advanced. So thanks, Kristen, and I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay, so hi everybody. I'm Kristen. I'm a team leader. I love doing craft stuff, so graphics was kind of just an easy thing to fall into for me. I'm going to use Canva Pro to show you how to make graphics. You can do a 30-day trial, or it's $12.99 a month. But I used the free one, and just with me doing more graphics throughout the time.
Sorry, I mean myself.
It was worth the $12.99 for me. But again, just to even do the regular graphics, you can do the free trial, and then they're still saved, so you wouldn't have to pay. So I'm going to share my screen now. I think I just have to do that. Okay, can everybody see the Color Street page right now? Okay, so I am going to break this up into like 3 little sections. So I'll do one section on showing you how to do stuff, and then I'll ask if anybody has questions before I move on. So if you could just hold the questions of doing, just because I might answer it while I'm doing it. So this is the home Canva, and it's a web-based, so that's another reason I like it. So you don't have to download the app. You can on your phone, but I do it all online. So I always do an Instagram post because I like that it's a square. So you would just hit create design, and then I would type it in. You could also do a Facebook post if you wanted to, but I like the square one. So no, I can't type it. There we go. So then this is what it would look like. And so I am going to show you how to save and upload photos to here. And that's why I have the Color Street page up, because this is where I get a lot of my nails. So all you do is you just go into you log in, you do your shop, and then you find whatever nail you want. And then I usually go to the little thumbnail. I'm pointing to my screen like you guys can see. So I always go to my thumbnail, and then you just right click, save image, and then you can save it to whatever you want.
Kristen, I'm going to mute everybody, and then will you unmute yourself?
Okay. Am I unmuted?
Yeah, there you go. Okay, we were just getting some back.
Okay, so when I save it, I always save it on my desktop. You guys can save it wherever you want. It's just easier to find for me on my desktop. So then you hit save.
Shoot, now we lost your screen share.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me stop sharing, and then I'll share it again. Does it work now? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna say, Debbie, I think you're muted now. Okay. So again, you just go to shop, and then whatever nail, I just did Tokyo Lights because it's the most popular one. And then you can do whatever picture you want. I usually do the thumbnail or the one that has it all. So then you just right click, save wherever you want to save it. I save it on my desktop, and then you hit save, and then you go back to your Canva, and then down here on the side, the left-hand side, there's an uploads. So you hit that. As you can see, I have tons of pictures uploaded. But you upload image, and then you find where you have it, hit open, and then it pops up. So from there, all you have to do is click on it and it comes here. So then you can change the size if you want. I'm just going to find another picture real quick. So you can have 2 pictures on it, change the size. If you want to crop it, you just double click and it crops, and then you can and then you don't have all that background space on it. Also, you can set a picture as a background. So you just want to make sure that you have it clicked, and then you right click on the mouse and you set image down here as background. And now you have an image on an image. And you can put as many images on there as you want. And then if this is one reason that I really like, and then if you don't, well, we'll go back. If you guys don't want that background, you just right click again and you can detach it, and then it's not the background anymore. The main reason I like Canva Pro is because see how there's all this white, and even here there's white. If you click on the picture and then up here on effects and you do a background remove, you wait, it takes a minute. What it's doing is it's removing all that white from the background, so then you'll have just the picture. And of course, it's taking forever. Oh, hold on. Of course, it's going to give me issues today. Here, we'll do it with, see if this one does it. It usually doesn't take that long, but I think I clicked too much. Okay, so see, it removed the background. So now when it's on there, it doesn't have the white. So let me open, hold on. I'll show you why that's good. Hold on, I'm trying to find which one it is. This is a good one. Hope I can't. Oh, here we go. Oh, anyway, so as you can see, it's just the little bit of it. So then you don't have, if it had a colored square, you would see the other squares and you wouldn't see, oh, there you go. So you see that just the nail and not the squares itself. So is there any questions on pictures? I don't see if it does. Would it say if it shows someone? Debbie, you're muted too, so I don't even know.
Yeah, so somebody asked, if the removing background is only in Canva Pro.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the bummer. I went to Canva Pro for that reason too. And Carrie,
but again, you
yes,
can do
it's
the
being
30-day. You can do the 30-day free Canva Pro, and so you could do all your graphics that you think you need to do and remove the background, and then you could cancel it. But that's one of the big reasons I did Canva Pro too, because I liked it.
Yeah, and I do a lot of scrapbooking. I don't even have that in my scrapbooking program that I can remove a whole background like that. That's nice.
I do it in Photoshop, but Photoshop is a lot more complicated, so I figured
Yeah,
I would.
it's the same with my programming. I have to like cut all around it. It doesn't just. But,
where this, you just take a picture and do it.
Yeah, and something to know too, and especially like I noticed in her Boppin graphics, when I removed the background on some of her templates, it took away some of the hot pink writing too.
Yeah,
so it's not always perfect.
No, but with the, I think with the nails, it does really good
Yeah.
job.
I do too.
Because it's a
I
white
agree.
background.
Yeah. And even today, I needed a picture of Tuesdays for a graphic. So I took Tuesdays out of the pack. I put them on a white piece of paper. I took a picture, you know, with sunlight
Oh,
coming
yeah.
in. And then I removed the background because of the white paper. It just took it away.
Yeah. Because you guys, as I did the upload pictures from, you can even upload, I don't have many on my computer because this is a brand new computer, but you just do upload an image right here. And obviously my computer's gonna go slow now, but it can bring up any pictures that you have on your computer. It's not just ones that you download from the site. No, okay. So then my computer freeze on you guys.
You're good. It for a second, I think it did, but you're good now.
Okay. Because it looks, hold on, I think it's freezing. I'm going to stop sharing for 1 second. Of course, you know, that's how it always is. You need to share something and it freezes. Yeah, my thing, it's not letting me. Hold on, I got to stop sharing it. I apologize, people. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I think it's good now. Let me share screen again. Okay, can you guys see the color street thing? Okay. So back to this. Sorry, my computer froze. So you can also rotate pictures, make them, but so the next thing I wanted to show you guys is text. So there's on the left-hand side is basically your essential toolbar, anything you're gonna need. So you can do text, and then it doesn't matter if you click add a heading, add a subheading, or add a little bit of body text, because you can change the font. So I'm just gonna put so whatever you want it to do, and then you can change it this way by the arrows, or up here if you want it to be a certain size, you just can type it in. And then as you can see, you can't see the color really well. So this is the cool thing too. I don't know if this is just Pro or if this is everything, but you can click this button and then it will pull the random colors that it sees out of the picture. So if you want to use it for your text. So if you wanted to try to make it so it looked like part of the picture. Or you can pick any random color you want here. So we're just gonna do, I don't even know if that, can you guys read that? Oh, well, that's why, okay. Let's do black. And then again, you can just change the size, and then you can change the font too. And now if you can see on mine over here, see how there's a little crown? That means only Canva Pro people can use it, so that you do get more fonts and different choices with Canva Pro. But all the ones that don't have the little crown, you can use. So. And then you can add as much text as you want. And then you can just move it around. And I can't spell, obviously. So that's how you do adding wording. Is there any question on that?
No, maybe Kristen, just show them like sometimes I use the things below just because I like that. Like I like that
Oh.
Cheers font.
This
So
one?
I'll do, yeah.
So there's font combinations and there's little things that have it, or you can even type in a search. Like I did nail polish and nothing came up. But so that's what, but you can click on that and it'll come up as well. And then you can just resize it and change. I'm going to change this background. This background is awful. So here's another thing. If you don't want a picture background, you can just hit regular background and then you can change it different colors. This is one of my favorite ones. And then just you can change that. But yeah, so there's these patterns here. Again, it will tell you if it's free or if it's a pro one. And all you have to do is with these ones, you just have to click. You don't have to do anything fancy to it. And then you can add, oh, it's done. These elements, they're little stickers, I would call them. So like, this is not a good graphic because I didn't plan one to have. I should have. But there's a line, just so then you don't have to try to make it. There's arrows, because I know a lot of people put like arrows on theirs and stuff. I know I do. And then you can type, again, I can't type on arrows. So if you wanted an arrow to point to something, and then you could just, and if you needed it to point the other way, you flip it horizontal, vertical. Any questions on how to put something on here, whether it's a word or a sticker or a background or?
Can you show everyone how to bring things forward or backwards? Because I've started using that a lot too.
Oh, so if it's on top of it like that?
Yeah.
And then to move it backwards? Okay, so say that you want this arrow behind here. Hold on, let's get rid of some of this. So say you have this big arrow and you want the nail in front of it. You just have to right click and then bring to front, and it'll cover it. Or if you want it, if it was like this and you wanted it back, you would do bring to back. That's where I use that a lot with, I made my own watermark or logo. My group is called 50 Shades of Coloring Your Nails. So I put the pineapple behind. So instead of having.
That is so cute.
Oh, thanks.
I noticed that on your graphic when you showed us, like that is adorable.
Yeah, I had Color Street on the graphic, and then I wanted to change some of the fonts. So I decided to put my logo on it instead, because then I didn't have a restriction on fonts.
Oh yeah, why don't you bring that up? Why don't you talk about that for a sec?
Okay, yeah, so if you guys have Color Street mentioned on your design, so like here, right here where I now have the 50 Shades, I used to have the Color Street logo, and in the back office there is, I think, 3 different fonts that you're only allowed to use. Otherwise you're not in regulations, and if they see it, you will get fined. So I think you get a warning first and then you get fined, but I know working on swag and stuff that you have to be really careful on your fonts. So I suggest to do your own logo, or you don't even have to have it on there. So, but
You want me to tell
I like
you
to
a little
brand
trick? I can tell you a little trick that I just figured out too. If you have a logo or something like you just did all those graphics and you wanted to put your logo on, and I found, I have the Beautifully Polished logo, and with all the new pictures I was uploading, it was getting buried way down in my graphics. So if you come over to the toolbar, scroll down on your toolbar to folders. Yep. And then you can create a new folder, create new up here. And I named it logos. And then when you go to grab your logo, it's going to store it in that folder. So now I can just go and get it out of there instead of having to search all the way down my graphics now.
Another thing is too, if you're going to use the same background a lot, there's this thing that says copy page, and it copies it completely. So then you can just delete what you need to delete.
Oh, that's nice.
So that's what I do a lot, is I just hit this copy, because then most of it is there and you can just change what you need to. And then if you add it to many, you can just delete. Or you can add just a regular page, but it doesn't have everything on it then. It just has whatever the background is. And then you just delete. Do you want me to make these full screen so they can see my graphics?
Sure.
So this is it called the Poppin' Party?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you did the training with Amanda Todd, it was the Pop-In Party, and then I ended up buying her templates and adding the graphics in. So these are what I have done. And then like all of this I added in, and then see, I just added this in, but so it was none of this. Oh, none of, I don't see my mouse anymore. My mouse is lost now, but none of that stuff. And then again, with where the palm before the storm is, I removed the background on that. And then I removed all the backgrounds on this one. This one was probably the hardest one because I couldn't figure out what colors I wanted to do with it. So like with this template, it had the colored squares and then the playing with the 2020 Pantone colors, and that was it. And then I added all of the wording, the made in the USA, and the nails, and then obviously my logo and my name stuff. Oh, this is, here, I'll show you after this. I'll show you how to do a transparent item too, because that's what that is. And then this is just some of the stuff. I added the photos in the girl's outfit. She had maybe she didn't have I did the A, B, C, and D too, because she had little blocks there. And then I made the nail the background. And then I did the dice and the nails on this one. And then this one, I don't like this one, I gotta redo it. But there's the Twosies party swag. And then this is the little pictures there. And then this one I did, this is where I went to our home shopping screen on Color Street and picked out the thumbnail of what the nails I wanted and added to it.
On your solids, don't forget you move that around for us, so now it's not even.
Yeah, I'll fix it. I saw that too, thank you. So these are just, I try to stick with the new ones, like the new summer ones, but some of them I'm obsessed with, so I had to use. And then this, she talks about a shopping special, but we always have a shopping special. So I actually added the thumbnails on these ones too as well. And then that's it.
Great.
So there's those. Let's go back to this one. So I'm gonna go to like a new screen again, like we have nothing. The cool thing also, I think that you can do it. I'm not sure if it's a free or not, but to grab one and then you send it back to image, and then, oh, I can't, hold on. I gotta move the Zoom thing. Right here is the transparency, so you can change it, and then it's so it's not so vibrant, so you can read information better or not, but you still get the picture. So then when you put text on it, it's easier to read than what it would be if it was 100C. So I usually don't go under 50 unless I absolutely need to. But you can do it with anything. And that's how I make a watermark. I actually put my logo on it and then I make it really transparent. Which I recommend putting some kind of watermark on it, because if you're going to be sharing the graphic or anything, that keeps you out of Facebook jail. Just because even putting a watermark on your own graphics, then if someone tries to steal it, it still shows that you're the original. So, any questions about anything?
I have another question.
Mm-hmm.
When you did these slides for the party, did you add them all in the same thing and just kept adding a new page?
So yeah, yep, you can do it where you're talking about the pop-in party, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I was creating individual ones, but you added them all together as pages.
Yep. Yep. So I just hit the copy page, or you could do the add a new page and it adds it, or it copies everything.
Right.
And
so
then
were you able to keep your information on the bottom, like to flow into all the other slides?
By copy, yeah. If you copy the page, you can. So like hit copy, it all comes, and then you can just delete what you need to. So it stays on there. Or
so when you save it, Kristen, and you put it on your computer, when you, let's say you want to use just one page, can you pull just one out of there, or is it considered one file?
It's one file, but you can save. Hold on. So this is, so say I'm done with this, and there's a download, and you want to download it, and then you can either do all the pages or pick your page, and then you hit download, and then it downloads. There's 20 something pages, so if it's shorter, it doesn't take this long to download. Come on.
Hey, Kristen, is transparency only in Pro?
Is what?
Is the transparency thing, is that only in Pro? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure it's in, no, it's in every, the only thing I've noticed, it's in both. Removing the background in the more fonts are Pro.
Yeah, I think that's the main part of it. And Olivia, I'm very upset that you don't have a red wig on. Just saying.
They're at Jackie's. I'm at my house now.
So then when I download it, you go into your files, download. Oh wait, hold on. Now I have to find out where it downloads, because again, oh wait, okay. So show and folder. You have to find where it downloads, and mine's not done downloading yet. Hold on.
Oh, good. Penny found it. She couldn't find where the transparency was, but she did.
Okay.
So she must have regular. And Carrie Harris said, thank you so much. And she never would have thought of all the amazing tips, some things she's never thought to use. Thank you. Amanda Rebecca loves the frames too. Dina Doyle said, hi. Lots of hugs and kisses. Thank you.
I'm trying to get it to open, but it's not downloading. Anyway, so when you it's not working, but when you download it, it comes you just have to extract it, and then you can save it individually and use it individually.
So why, because I do individual sheets, what is the benefit? Because you can keep adding that same part. Is that why you make multiple?
I did this one because it was all for one party, so then it's all saved in one file. Okay. And I didn't have to go and try to find it. But if you look at my home with all, I have multiple ones.
Okay,
So it just helped with it being one big party.
yeah.
And like this. So this one I made. And then as you can see right here that it's highlighted, that's my watermark. So that one
cute.
even just says my 50 shades of coloring your nails, but I add that or my other watermark at least somewhere. And I don't think that it's very noticeable. Where other people make it more noticeable, I do not. So. Is there anything? See, it's still downloading because it doesn't like me right now. It's usually not this slow, I promise.
I'm trying to
any
think if there's anything else.
I'm gonna say that's the basic stuff that I do. I mean, obviously I get into more complicated, but
Okay, so your question from Mary. So if I uploaded pictures and removed the background, could I save those pictures in the program and use them when I'm no longer a pro member?
the only thing with that you can is, but when you upload the photos, I believe it's the original photo when you click on it. I don't think you can remove the background and add
No,
it.
but she's saying if she removes the background now and saves them, if she switches back to regular, she would still have those, right? They're not going to put the background back.
Right. So if you make it onto something like this and remove the background, like if I went and canceled my subscription, I would still have everything that I've created before.
But I would almost go in and grab every like pack of nails in the current catalog, remove the background, every thumbnail, remove the background, every set without the packaging, put them all in a folder so you have them over in those folders,
Mm-hmm.
and then you'd have them. And then yeah, like the pedicures, just do it, remove everything, and then you'd have them in your files.
Yeah, you would just have to make sure that you don't do just your.
Right, because you're saving them in the picture, you're not saving it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, can you save it?
Oh look, there it came up now. So
You guys mind if I cut in real quick?
No,
No,
go ahead, Jen.
So if you want to save the ones that have the transparent background, what you need
Yeah.
to do is download the transparent one to your phone.
You mean the one
Then-
that you remove the background?
Yep. And
Okay.
then re-upload it back into Canva and it'll stay transparent. You have to,
there you go. So what you'd have to do is remove this. So remove the background. That's another reason I have a Facebook graphic page that just I'm on. So then your background's moved, and then I always crop because I hate that big square. And then save it somewhere else and then re-upload it like this. That's what you're saying, right, Jen?
you would have to save it. You know how you can, when you go to download it, pick save as a transparency.
Wait, show us, because I've never done that.
Okay.
So hit, see
right
where
here.
it says transparent background.
Hang on, let me move oh, yeah.
And so you download that, and what's going to happen is when you download it to your pictures, it'll show up black and just the whole background's black and then just the image. So then you can re-upload that back into your Canva and you've got the,
And that's where you could go around the Canva Pro.
yeah, that's how I do all my logos, is just reload them and re-up them. So that way I can just keep pulling them back and forth.
Oh, okay.
Jen and I message each other about Canva all the time on help for each other. So
I mean, I think you could probably show them the team, which is really nice.
oh yeah, so Jen and I actually, it's called a collaboration page. And so so now her and I, like, she created some of these, but I can go in and edit them and change them too because we collaborate. So she
That's
started
cool.
this and sent it to me, and now I can change anything on it.
That's pretty.
So that is a branding package that we did. And
Yeah.
I know Kristen and I talked about like how intensely you wanted to get into this. Kristen, can you flip back to that page?
Oh, hold
but-
on. This one?
Yeah, see how we've got like all of those in the same color group?
Yeah, it's really pretty.
So
Yes.
that's something you can do. And then when you're putting stuff on the internet, you can always put it on top of your branding package. And then everybody knows it's you. So when everybody talks to you about branding, this is the easiest way to brand yourself, is to pick colors that you like, that you're always going to post with, and have something like this. So like if you wanted to write a quote, you could put it on the one with the polka dot tops. Just write the quote, you know, and then you can save it, download it to your phone with the quote, and then get rid of the quote the next time.
Yeah.
And just put whatever you want back on it. So you can use your branding package that way. That's involved, but if it's the easiest thing you can do to brand yourself is pick the colors and just kind of design a lot of fun stuff like that, so that you have that at your fingertips to just add pictures to when you need
And
it.
that's why my logo has a pineapple, because anyone that knows me knows I'm obsessed with pineapples. So that's why I hid it there. I mean, behind me, there's a pineapple. I always usually have a pineapple necklace on. So that's why
That's
there's
really
a
cute.
pineapple in my logo.
You have a question. Iana wants you to show the moving elements.
Let me find them. I know they're in here somewhere. Hold on, let me get out of this one. Jen, do you remember where they are?
They're in stickers. Just go to stickers and you should be able to pull them up, I believe. Up a little bit. No, they're in elements, but in the sticker.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I'm like, wait, where?
And then just go to all
Oh.
of them and some of them will be moving.
There you go, yeah. So that's all you have to do, is you just have to click it and then it moves. And then if you want to change it, crop it, and then you can flip it. And then you can transparent it, so then it's just showing just a little bit. Same thing with this. The only thing I've noticed is I don't think you can change the color on these. Because Jen, do you know if you can change the color on them? Because I don't think I have not found where you can. I can only find that you can make them transparent.
I think some of them you can, like the swooshes and stuff like that, but it all depends. I think if it's like a design that they just are not going to allow you to do it, then what you will see, if you can change the color, Kristen, point to that crop up here. There'll be color boxes up there, and then you will have the ability to change the color. So that's how you will know if you can change the color.
Regular element. Because like this one, I can change the color on this regular. Here, let me get rid of it. I have a lot going on. See, so here, this is where she's talking about, where it says crop, you can change the color. So I can change the color of the feather. Is there anything else?
Yeah, okay, someone wanted you to go back over the watermark thing.
Oh, okay. So every time I make something like this, because I don't want other people taking A, credit for mine, and B, it's keeping me out of Facebook jail, I usually just add my 50 shades of, so that's my name. So then I always change it white. And then, hold on, I gotta move us again. I make it so it's transparent. So then you can barely see it. And I either just put it down in the corner, and I make it small, or I put it like on the hand. It's just, it really helps brand you and then keep you out of jail, Facebook jail. Because with the graphic pages, there are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people on there, and if they see one and you use the same one, and all those 1,000 people are going to, Facebook uses it as spam. So that's why I've been actually starting to make my own graphics and adding that in.
All right, did that answer, that was from, I don't have my glasses on. Is it Melita? Melita? If that answered your question, you can just unmute yourself if you want.
Yes, thank you.
Okay,
You're
good.
welcome.
And then we have a bunch of thank yous, and then, okay, Mary, so if I uploaded pictures and removed okay, we did that one. Is Canva on iPhone, or do I need an iPad or a computer?
I think, Jen, you have an iPhone, right? So you can use, because I have an Android, but I find it's a lot easier to use it on your computer.
Yeah,
But I
I'll
used
grab
to,
graphics off the phone, but yeah, I don't make them from the phone.
but I used it on my phone too, but it's just a lot easier to do it on a computer if you have one.
Oh yeah, and then Carrie Harris said the same thing to that person. Then, okay, so yeah, and I wanted to know about the dots and the flashing. Can you do transparency from the iPhone? I'm sure you can. It's all the same stuff. You got, those are amazing. Those are so cute. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jen.
Jen says no.
Oh, you can't do transparency from your phone?
No, it's only a desktop feature right now.
Oh, that's
They're
interesting.
hoping that the end of this year that they'll have
The
transparency.
good thing is the websites go back in on my previous ones to add text. So since it's web-based and you log in with an email and password, you can get them from both.
So I have been able to change the transparency on my phone. What I've found that you have to do is go into the color of the element, and then there's a slider. I don't know if anybody else has seen that.
I haven't really used it on my phone once I started going pro. So I guess you just have to do color then? Go into the color?
Yeah, it's tricky sometimes. So if you click on the element of whatever it is, whether it's your text or whatever, and the section where if you act like you're going to change a color, even if you don't change a color, there should be a slide bar right in that section on your phone, I think, if I'm remembering correctly.
I'm going to check right now. Do you have
Thanks,
an iPhone?
Jennifer.
I have an iPhone.
I have an Android, so we'll see if it works.
And then while you look for that, Leslie wanted to know if there's a way to make an array. I'm not sure what that means, if that means the multiple pictures. It did it manually. She did it manually to post her stickers from the BAM Facebook mail bar.
I guess I'm confused on what's being.
Leslie, do you want to explain what you mean by an array? Let's see if I can
Does she
find it.
mean like
Go
four
ahead.
pictures across and three rows of them? Is that what she means?
Yes.
Oh, well, when I made that original BAM adulting thing, I literally just sat there and stuck all those circles on.
That's what I did, but they
Yeah.
weren't perfect.
Yeah, I know. There again, that's where like my scrapbooking program, I can do whatever I want. I have cutting tools.
Well, are you talking about trying to make them like lined up perfectly?
Yes.
Okay, so you can do, hold on, let me find. So they'll show you, if you can see, like they have the line, so that's how I always do it.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you'd
you
have
can make the first one and then copy and paste it. So
You
it's
could-
the
yeah,
exact
but to
same
make
size too.
but to make them sure that they're spaced out properly and everything, it will show you. Like it'll tell you, see that's lined up.
And
then if
there's
they're-
no cutting tools in Canva, right? Like I couldn't take something and cut a circle out of,
Not that I have found.
okay, either have I.
So
Jen,
if
do you know if there's
look-
cutting tools?
No, I have not ever found them. But to Leslie's question, see that word duplicate up top?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So Kristen hit that like 3 times. So you've got the exact same size circle every single time. So once you land on something that you want to actually make and the size you want to make it, you just click how many you want and you put it on there. The other thing that they have is when you go into your templates, like, I don't know if you saw that bingo game that I made. That was actually a bedtime chores checklist. So if you like go into bedtime, Kristen, just search templates.
Oh, okay. And then bedtime?
Yep, type in bedtime.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's a bedtime template. But there are templates that you can search that have perfect
Oh, it might be because I'm
squares that you can just use. Bedtime templates.
It's because
So
I was
that-
in our group one.
Yep, the one that Kristen has her hand on right there. That's how I made the bingo. Because that's perfectly sized for bingo.
And then you can just change.
Yep.
Yeah. And then
That's
you can change
smart.
the background.
And then you can actually move that entire thing. So say you wanted to get rid of, so Kristen, you can just highlight from the corner of the yellow top. Yep, highlight. And then you can move everything as a group. So if you want to move it as a group, it keeps everything together and just let you paste it
You
wherever
can
you want.
also right click it so then it stays a group.
Yep.
So then you don't.
So you could do duplicate and then line them up like Kristen showed you, or you can find a template, and there's tons and tons of templates. So
Great, thank you.
you'd be lucky to find one probably.
Hang on, we got more. Hang on, I gotta back up now. Whoa, way back, okay. Consistency is so important with your branding. Makes your graphics together, makes them unique. Can you make a GIF or GIF on Canva?
I'm not sure, but I think that you can upload them.
I didn't even know you could make GIFs.
I mean, I have one sort of one. I mean, it's not, but it has the moving arrow. Hold on, I gotta move. Like this one has the moving arrow because it's about me, so it has. But I think that's to the extent of what you can do on Canva itself.
Okay, and then is it easy to do Canva on the iPad? Is easy on the iPad as a computer? Does anybody know that?
I don't have an iPad. I'm anti-Apple, so.
I was working on an iPad last night with Maureen. It's a lot touchier because you do everything with your fingers. I find it easier to work with a mouse, but I'm also old and I'm old school mouse. So if you're younger and you're used to that like touchscreen stuff, you may have the finer touch, but I love a mouse when I'm designing. So
I use the mouse too because I tried it on a tablet and I like being able to just click and drag better.
Okay, then Jennifer said if you don't have Pro, you can't change the color. What color were you talking about? For what part, Jennifer?
Oh, with the if you have animated elements, I know I don't have Pro, but I don't feel like I need it right now.
animated elements, I don't think you can change the color. 'Cause
Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure with Pro if it was different, but definitely if you don't have Pro, you cannot.
No, the regular stickers you can in Pro, but
Okay.
the animated it doesn't show where I can right now.
Oh,
And
okay.
I do have Pro, so I don't think with the animated you can.
And then Jennifer also asked, do you get the eyedropper tool with Pro? She can use it on her phone, but not on her laptop.
I know what she's talking about. I don't think so, because I think that when you, again, I don't know if it's with the phone or not, but like with this, if I wanted just a certain color.
Oh my gosh, how cute.
It brings up any color that you want and then it stays there. So I don't know if it would.
Yeah, so I guess to clarify my question, so if I were in that in my phone, I prefer using my computer to do this as well, just like you guys do. But with my phone, sometimes if it's not pulling the palette, I would go up to where, like if I'm going to change a color, that where you can do the slide to pick a custom color.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I would click on that, like with my phone, it automatically gives me like the eyedropper tool, so I can go into my image and it hover over any elements within my graphic that I'm working on, and it'll has like a little color selector. So I could just put my mouse, or it wouldn't be my mouse because it's on my phone, but right over, say like in the ears, and it had that not been pulled as part of the palette, it'll find whatever color code that is and give me the option to use it.
I haven't used on my phone very much since I've gotten Pro, so I'm not.
But my question was, since you have Pro on your computer, do you have that option?
I think you do. And I think if I'm understanding you right, Kristen, go to like, click on something and choose a color. Like, so click on that and then go over to new color.
Oh, and then that would just pull it down into your palette.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that
would
what
pull
you're
it down into your
asking?
palette.
No. So like, see how she pulled into this menu to where like, if I were to go and see how you have like the little selector when you're in the, where it's like all the different colors. I wish I could like point and you
I
guys
know
see
what
where
you're
I'm
talking
pointing.
about. Sometimes
If I were to just flow over to the image, then that would just automatically change the color code. I don't know if I'm making sense. And then you can say,
it's
yeah,
an eyedropper. I've noticed it sometimes, but not always. Now that you say that, and I don't know why.
I'm trying.
I've noticed it before, but not always.
Because I know how to do it when I'm on my phone, but there's other things that make it tough on your phone because of the confined space and no mouse. So I was just curious if Pro had that, but it doesn't look like it does. I wonder. Okay,
I
thank
wonder
you.
why it would only be on the phone. That's weird.
Yeah, it's odd.
It might be because it's harder to see all the colors instead of, because like here I have every single
Yeah,
color
probably.
that
Yeah.
pulls up. So like with the nails, it brings up 14 different colors, that's in those nails, where on the phone it doesn't bring up all of them because of the confined space.
Right. And so for anyone that doesn't use Canva a lot, I don't have Pro, like I said. And so this is helping me decide like that's a difference between Pro and not Pro. And like the free one, it does sometimes give a palette option for me, but not that many colors. So that is, I guess that's one thing that would be slightly different.
I would say too, if you are on the fence, I would do the free trial. It's 30 days. You can cancel it any time, and then they won't pull the monthly payment.
Oh, I'm asking graphics 501 level questions. That's what Carrie Harris said. Iana, you got an answer to that one? If I make a graphic on the computer, can I edit it on my phone?
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, she answered that.
Yeah. And then the transparency. You can use a photo collage template before you start at the beginning, or you can align them. Was that to a question?
That was just my comment for the gallery. If you don't want to just use element, I'm sorry, I'm hijacking.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
The call. Yeah, so if you want to do like a gallery of images, there's definitely templates for like a photo collage. and they're not just all on top of each other. There's all different templates. So definitely look through those templates because it'll save a lot of time.
And I've noticed you definitely get a lot more choices with the templates with Pro. They were starting to charge for almost every one of them recently, I found. And then when I went to Pro, I can use a lot of them. Because they used to be, a lot of them were free. And now and they used to be labeled free. And even a couple weeks ago, everyone I would grab, it wouldn't say, they still are free?
No, you can still see which ones are free and which ones are not.
I was
Canva
I wasn't able to figure that out a couple weeks ago.
So all pictures, when coronavirus hit, that was what Canva did for everybody. They offered all pictures to Pro people for free. So you shouldn't have to pay for any more designs in Pro.
With Pro, but not with Pro.
Not
Right.
with Pro.
Before I only went Pro a couple weeks ago, and before that, they were starting to charge you for everything, for all those templates.
Yep, and then they changed it, and so everything should be free in Pro now. And then that template, or the color palettes, when you're when you have like Kristen was showing, when she clicked on a color for this, that custom template, that's also a new upgrade for Pro.
Okay. Any other questions? You guys can just unmute yourself if you want before we wrap up, because I know it's 9 o'clock. Anything else people wanted to know? You guys have been great.
We can do smaller group Zoom too if other people have if they want less or more training on anything too. I'm stuck at home, so
Oddly enough, so are all of us. Well, most of
Not
us.
all of us. Jen goes to work. I know she
People
does.
are still going. Yeah. But
I
stay
am a
at home
stay-at-home
when you
mom,
can.
so I stay home.
Oh, good. You got another that's been so helpful.
I'm glad.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Kristen. This was awesome. Yeah, I definitely think people learned a lot of new things. Hopefully that'll help with graphics. So, the people who did the Boppin' Party, and even if you didn't, I've put together a mock party, and I'm trying to finish it by tomorrow. So it'll have the different posts in there with the graphics I've made, and I put in the discussion. So if you can take those graphics. I've put our team logo on there, but I would still add your own name and website, add something again to make you different from our own team. So I've put them in there with our team logo. So if someone grabs them, someone's in your party and then they want to grab them for whatever reason, because they know a friend that sells Color Street, our team name would be on it, but even better, put your own name on it. And then what people could do too, if you've bought those templates and you've made your own and you want to share them with our team too, you can put them in the right post too. And that way people could kind of have a bunch of graphics to choose from. So, I put mine, and then let's say, I think Jen was going to add some in there. And so she'll drop them in, or like if Kristen added something, then people would have a variety for the same post. Like, let's say the post is about, application post. I may have done it one way, Jen may have done it one way, and you'd have a couple graphics to choose from, and that should help too. And if you make some and you want to share, feel free to. So I just have to add the hostess coaching in there and a couple other posts, and then that should be out tomorrow. So again, it's just going to be a mock nail bar for you guys to go in to be able to have an idea of how to lay out, a party. So hopefully that'll help too with the graphics and getting your stuff set up. All right. Anything else? Always, if you guys get graphics from people, put your stuff on it, put your name on it. I try to add beautifully polished to most things, so at least it differentiates our team, so less people are using it in Color Street, but adding your own thing on there is always a great idea, so we all don't end up in jail. Darlene Lavoie, I think, is our biggest convict of our team so far. She seems to be.
April.
Who else?
April Shuck. She goes in a lot too.
I think we need team shirts for those guys who keep.
I made April a shirt that says Facebook repeat offender or something like that, jail offender.
And I know Olivia made a joke one for, just a graphic one for Darlene too. That's funny. All right, ladies, this has been great. Thank you so much, Kristen. Thank you, Jen. It's been awesome. So thank you. Thanks everyone for coming on a Wednesday night. All right. Bye, everybody.